Hola, hola. Got that good old shower ether hair. Got that shower ether head. Oh, I forgot my pick. But either or, how is everybody doing? We'll just jump right on into it. I got some food in there and I'm smelling the fish sticks right now. Like, yeah, we're gonna have a quick download. Hold on 1 second. You flip these over real quick, yeah? Yeah, sure. It's been a minute since I had some fish sticks. Woo! Hot in the guy. Hey, baby J. Woo! Come on, baby. There we go. Alright. Had to use them Terminator 2 fingers. Act like I ain't even feeling that joint. Terminator 2 is one of my favorite movies, by the way. I know I got the READYZZz, bouncing around everywhere. But Terminator 2 is one of my favorite scenes when Arnold Schwarzenegger's in the hospital hallway or the psych ward, retrograde in the microwave, and he's walking through the hallway all slow motion, and I think he walks past John Connor, but he has that rose box. Like he grabs someone else's roses that someone brought for it. I think it was a hospital or whatever, psych ward. So he grabs the box of roses and has his double barrel shotgun in that joint. And then he encounters the liquid Terminator. And then they just start scrapping in the hallway. And then he busted through the drywall. That joint was nasty. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger, another scene I love is when he's on that motorcycle and he's just rotating that double barrel shotgun and bucking at the truck, you know? And the Terminator 2 dude, the liquid Terminator, is just running after him. That whole movie was a heart pumper, yo. Like, that was, I think, James Cameron's best Terminator. I mean, I love the first one, hands down, okay? But the second one, that joint was off the just. Okay. All right, went on my little rant. But this is a very important download of Daily Motivation, Think Differently, and no filter, right? First and foremost, how's everyone doing out there? How's my collective doing? How's the world doing? Are you guys maintaining? I hope you are. These baby J's. These last few days has been beautiful, but it has been kicking my ass. Spiritually, I did a video a few days ago about discernment, clarity, and how they're my best friends. But I posted it up as a short, and then I took it down immediately because basically, I'm gonna wrap it up for you guys. But I was calling out people that disappointed me again, and it felt good at the time I did the video, right? But then my discernment kicked in immediately and reminded me it's an old version of myself. It's lower frequencies. It's 3D earth realm shit. And it's not going to be good for me to put that out and perpetuate the same emotions and feelings. Hence, the last few days, I've just been falling back to get myself together because I'm going through some more shadow work. It's just point blank and simple. Like, I'm going through some deeper chambers that I thought I already took care of, and I didn't. And my main obstacle right now is the weed, and I believe I got the best clarity finally that was explained to me how and why. Weed is one of the main things. Okay, it's like, how can I say this? All right. I've been abusing weed. I haven't been doing it the way that our ancestors has been doing it back in the day. They used to do it ritualistically and with intention. And what I was shown through my download is I've been using it as a mortal to escape, as a survival tool. Hence my third eye hasn't been as open as it should be for me to vibrate the way God wants me to vibrate. And it makes more sense how everything is energy and vibrations. And I was lying to myself saying, I'm good, I can smoke weed and get through that door. And scarily, I was reminded that that is not the case. I was justifying, I was lying, and I was making it work because of my pain that I was going through. I literally am, since I'm transparent, I was telling God, hey man, I've given up every fucking thing. It feels like. Can I at least carry the weed? You know what I'm saying? Can I please? And then God showed me I was worshiping. I basically had a false idol. I was making weed an idol. Because, confirmation, bitches. Because I was justifying it. And thank you, ancestors, for allowing me to get this message out there. Because I was wrestling with it too. But then my inner child was saying, it's not honest with you, collective, for me to withhold what I'm going through if I'm going to be a life coach. And I felt bad when I took down another video, but I was just calling out people that I wasn't, they showed me their true colors, right? And that's basically what that video was. We'll sum it up. I am that guy. Where was I going at that? Okay, so we'll get back onto the vibration and being in the proper alignment instead of me abusing weed and using it as an escape. So I can wrap that up first, and now I'll go back to the other thing. I just want to stay on topic. So what I have been being shown through my downloads is that I have been abusing weed at times, and I wasn't using it with the pure intentions that our ancestors were using it for. So God literally told me to slow down, put it down right now so I can get back my third eye, decalcify it, get back to the original state I used to be in. And I, over time, just started abusing weed. That's just bottom line. It's a nutshell. And so that's where I was wrestling with God. I was like, I'll be damned. I've been doing X, Y, Z, and then boom, boom. Allow me to at least still smoke. And I kept on seeing the difference when I was disobedient. And so that's why my ancestors said to do this video now, after I just got that download, so I can keep the frequency right for all of us. Confirmation, bitches. To stay within alignment of God and of the 5D earth, radiating love, frequencies, helping one another, manifesting at the drop of a dime if our vibrations are right and we're not bringing old baggage. I was holding on to things that God told me to drop. And that's why these last few days I had to dig subconsciously. I mean, deep in my subconscious. I was like, God, what am I holding on to that that you told me to drop? I've already cut toxic people away, and cut toxic people away. And that's kind of like what my main thing is right at the forefront of my brain is like, you just told me to remove all the fake people that weren't supporting and so forth. But you did tell me to stop smoking. And I bypassed that. I did it a few times, a few days, and then I got irritable. And I was like, well, fuck that. I'm going to smoke regardless. I've given up too much. And God told me I need to take bold steps. Like just pure, blind, bold steps. And I was rationalizing that because I kept on going back to all the trauma and stuff I've been through, and God said, stop wearing your pain that you've been through as a badge. And it is a badge of honor, but don't keep on reliving something that you've already buried and I've buried. And subconsciously, sometimes when I get triggered, I bring up what I've been through, and it's only human of us to do. And I don't want to say that as a justification of saying that. I'm just being honest. It's a reaction that happens until we train those emotions and triggers. And so these last few days, I've been like going through most of the day without smoking. And then my boy would call me. And then I would go over his house and smoke. And then I realized I got to drop him because he's not helping me stay in alignment. And I'm not blaming him. I'm blaming myself because I feel like I'm not strong enough to go over his house and sit there while he still smokes, even though he's been telling me recently, hey, I'm going to give up smoking this, and this too, right? And so I was thinking that this is a perfect combination for both of us to go through it and to help one another, for him to stop smoking cigarettes and for him to maybe stop smoking weed. But that's not my mission to tell him to do that. You know what I mean? So like, I'm probably going to do what I normally do and take my hiatus and tell him respectfully, hey man, I love you, but I think this is where the chapter ends for right now for us. And I got to go on my mission. And that's just the way I do it the best. Hold on, check on the oven, make sure we ain't burning. I know y'all love that sound effect. As he's calling me right now, Baby J. So we're going to do this live. We're going to do this on the phone right now. Real shit. Hey, what's up, brother?
What's going on, bro? You calling?
I did call you a few moments ago because I had to tell you that I appreciate everything you're doing for me and how you are just a nice guy and you want to help me get closer to God. But on some real shit, I feel like I need to take a hiatus from us chilling right now and take my 40 days and 40 nights so I can get sober completely. Because I don't think I'm strong enough to keep on hanging and then you feel like you need to go in another room. So I'm just going to do what I do now and just get myself together and be a better version the next time you and I interact, if you can respect that. But if you don't, it's a fuck off anyways. I'm following God's orders, but I'm just being transparent with you like I always am. I just don't think I'm strong enough I'll buckle, and I don't want to smoke nothing else anymore. So I want to become a better version for myself, and then when we interact again, I can have that Teflon Dawn vest on and not be tempted by anything. But that's why I fuck with you, because you understand where I'm coming from. So I love you. We're still talking shit. I'll give you a call. I ain't just going to drop you off in the void somewhere. But I'm just going to take some time to get myself together.
All right, bud. Sounds good to me.
Love you, and tell Zelda I said what's good too. Say that again?
Take care of yourself, bud.
Yes, sir. And you too. Love you. Peace. So we had to do that right there. I was a neck scratcher. But I'm being honest. I don't think I'll be strong enough to be over there and just be in that environment. So I'm removing myself from that environment, which is basically saying I'm getting in alignment so I can walk through the doors that God wants me to go through without carrying something that is not in the frequency that God wants me to be in. Hence, I didn't yuff and just say, I'll call you back. I did that in front of all of y'all because, hey, I have a loving heart. But I know what I want. I want a better version of myself. And I want to make God as happy as possible. And confirmation, bitches. And during those seasons, we get uncomfortable, you know what I mean? And during these seasons, it may be a period of uncomfortableness, but we need to get comfortable within the silence because that's how we were made from the jump. We were made to know when the earth is speaking to us and when the divine is speaking to us because we were already in tune without no distractions until the distraction age happened, right? I don't need to give you a lesson on that right now, but it's just like, I need to go back to when I was in tune even more without even me knowing I was in tune. You know what I mean? So I propose that for all of us to see if we can just sit there in silence and go back to the original state we used to be in. And even right now when I'm saying this, my ego down to my gut, I'm not even lying, felt like calling him back and saying, hey man, you know my bad. That is that's the self-preservation in us that I'm fighting. I don't even like using fighting, but it's a battle within. Our old self doesn't want to go. And I want the best for myself. And I'm seeing the signs when I'm getting there, I'm getting close, this needs to be removed and so forth. There's like total obedience. Like on the walk from his house here, I came up with the hook that I attempted to put on a short, but it kept on saying couldn't export video. So I'm going to basically say the hook now to you guys. Basically, what is it? It's like, yes. Hold on, I'm gonna get myself together. Wait a minute. Did I? It's on the phone I'm recording, so I'm trying to remember what the hook was. It's like, yes, you got to take bold. Forgive me. I was walking down the street and it was in my head. Yes, you got to take bold. Basically, the hook is You got to take bold steps. It's like, yes, you got to take bold steps. Faith, you can't see it, but you got to trust and say yes. Trust that the God always got you, and watch how the next day she shock you. That's basically what it is. Like, yes, you got to take bold steps. Faith, you can't see, but you got to trust and say yes. Trust that the God always got you, and watch how the next day she shock you. Okay, that's basically the gist of it. Forgive me, I was a little choppy there, but it is what it is. Okay, I'm not perfect, but that is what I want for all of us, and especially for myself, to be that perfect. I want to be the best representation of myself first, so I can always feel like I'm as authentic as possible. Hence, I did this video because I was going to go underground like with my boy right there and just and that's kind of like I was going to fake the funk, right? He was going to call me daily because I have a good heart, you know what I mean? He was going to call me probably every day, and I was going to probably give him I hate to use that, just an excuse. That's the best thing. I wasn't going to say a white lie because I hate that term. I'm going to give him a white lie, you know? So what's a black lie, right? Like a white lie is okay, right? Like Chris Rock said back in the day, everything that's white is right and everything that's black is whack, right? The hypocrisy of our democracy, man. That joint that Chris Rock did back in the day was so ingenious. But that's another topic for another time. But yeah. So yeah, that's why I don't like that term white lie. You know what I mean? It's like, it's okay to tell a white lie, but it's not okay to tell a black lie. You know, more separation, division, and fucking racism shit. So I didn't want to keep on giving them excuses every day. That's why I was sitting in the back room after I was listening to my downloads. And I was like, all right, well, when he calls me, I'm just going to say, all right, man, I'll get up with you. But he's called me out on that before. He's like, man, you told me something, and then the next day, boom, boom, boom. And that's why I did a few videos back. That's one of my boys that I feel like I just want to sit down. I was like, man, come on, man. I'm you know what? I'm Spider-Man. All right, I'm Batman. That's the reason I'm only in and out. I'm in and out, all right? Social battery ain't that long because Commissioner Gordon's hit me up or fucking Mary Jane wants me to fucking save her big titty ass. Something like that, all right? Hope your kids are out the room. So that's what I'm going through. I'm going through another shadow work, period. The 36 chambers like Wu-Tang. I'm going through some more chambers. I was like, baby J's. So that's why God's so awesome, because she exposes Holy Father to Holy Mother, Holy Spirit, however your beliefs are, or your beliefs. But I love Mother Gaia and Mother Tiamat, all right, baby G. Baby G. But that's my opinion. I know I laugh like a wild, crazy Pillsbury Doughboy. But hey, fuck it, you love it. Baby J's. And you love the Baby J's too. And we'll get some Baby J t-shirts, all right? Baby J's. The Baby J's. What's Baby J's? Baby Jesus, all right? Maybe Yeshua, whatever. Yeshua, but that's a Y. You know what I'm saying? Either or. If you don't know my steez, the Dr. Seuss steez, you'll get it. But yeah, collective, that's what I've been going through, and it's been a hell of a roller coaster emotional ride. And I'm loving it, and I'm hating it at sometimes, but that's just the chosen one journey, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So I only feel right to do myself justice, and for you to do justice for, if I said that right, by being completely honest and telling you the next phase I'm in, my chapter, you know what I mean? And so that's what it is, just digging deeper. All right, what do we got to remove? What do we got to remove, baby? So we can fit through that door. I don't want to be trying to squeeze through that bitch. Like, all right, God, let me in this motherfucker, man. Just let me get one wing in. Fuck the bitch. Just get one wing. All right, we good? God, like, oh, hell no. Nah. You better turn your shoulders up like this and walk in that joint so the whole circumference of your wings fit in that archway. You ain't going to be trying to slide in that bitch like a video game. You know the video games now. The God of War, they got you sliding through crevices and shit. It's pretty dope. But either or. We got me. I'm painting a good Bob Ross picture right there for the video games. If you know, you know. So, yeah, man, I just wanted to share that with you, ladies and gentlemen out there. So if you're at a precipice too, and you're at a crossroads, and you feel like you're maybe too embarrassed to share it, or you just don't want to share it, or you feel like it's secretive, That's why I'm your boy. I'm the vigilante. I'm the scales. I'm balancing out. I feed the light wolf some days. I feed the dark wolf other days. And I'm going to show you what it is. It's therapeutic. So why'd you delete that other video? I know. Shit. When I put it out there, I was going to let that joint ride. And then my gut was like, man, come on, so if you're in the 5D earth, you just perpetuating some more shit. Because you know you set the trends out in this joint. And if you set that frequency, then not the whole world, but there's going to be a lot of people that gravitate to that, and then they're going to ride through it, and their days is going to be filled with the same frequency that you had in that last video. We're going to have to use a lot more discernment nowadays. And my ego is like, fuck that, we're going to show them it all, right? And I think that's the best way so you can learn. I have the video still stored. So, you know, if you guys want to cash at me, what is it up? $ZODAWG 2020. Cash at me that joint. I get enough cash apps, I may send you a personal copy. That's what I may do. I just may just send you a personal copy of that joint. So, you know, this is just for the X-Files. So, you know, I'm learning on the marketing and all that good jazz. But I still got that video, so just in case, I may just put it out there. But I want the frequencies to continue vibrating high versus vibrating in the midsection, the mid-drift section. I want it to be skyrocketing. Looking like some good stocks out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if you know, you know. But I love and miss it. I miss all y'all. And my baddies are out here doing some great videos. And I got a lot of catching up. Freya Ray, I saw, like, Freya Ray, I need to catch up with both of your videos. Let's just say that. But you looking gorgeous in all of them. Brittany, the Cosmic Wifey, you're looking stunning. All right, you always do. My spiritual accountant, your nails. I love your little intros now, and I love the intros. I've been loved the intros, but I love your plugins now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I use. I use Bada Bing. I use the headphones when I don't want to talk to people. When I'm at my husband's softball game, I love all that shit. That's tight. I love how people are. I just love the way you're doing it. You're flipping it up. And Nene, you know, I love your beginning, your Dark Horse Tarot joint. You doing your little fucking belly dance intro. That's arousing. That's arousing. It's good. I'm just joking. I'm like a little foul pirate right there. It's good. Like One-Eye Willie and shit, or Blackbeard, whatever it is. The Goonies, if you know, you know. Do the truffle shuffle. Hey, you guys. If you know, you know. Good old Steven Spielberg classic joint. Anything else I want to say on this joint? I think we good. I think Brittany or somebody said they want to, like, some people out there want to know if I have an aging, like a formula. Like, do I use some? Do I use goat milk, or do I use like some Olympian goddess titty milk to put on my face every morning? Like, and it takes away 30 years of life? Maybe. Or do I get that Oracle tongue flap? And I use some of that and I put it in a bowl of fucking oatmeal and I eat it every day, and then I lose 60 years. So I become younger McGungers. It's even better than Benjamin Buttons. Honestly, none of those. Never mind. My left shoulder wanted to give you guys something that you guys would have ran off with. Well, we doing better now. We don't want to be sick McGicks. But you guys want to know what I was about to say? You shouldn't do that either. It's terrible, McGarrables. I did delete a video, so I'm not going to hold off on you. I was going to... Don't do it to him, though. Just keep it good. So we don't have no secrets like that. He said that he... Don't even want to paint that picture in your brain. That's terrible. All right. If you've seen the movie Caligula from back in the day, back in the day, the Greeks used to say that semen was, ejaculate. They used that for their skin for lotion, and it helped keep their skin healthy. It tightened your skin. And we all know that, hey, some Monica Lewinsky juice will tighten your skin up. You know what I mean? It tightened her dress up a few times. She tried to use it, and you saw the stain McGains. But either way, she was innocent. They framed that woman, all right? So that's another time for another topic. For real, Monica Lewinsky? Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah, they framed her ass. But yeah, my left shoulder's about to say we rub it out in a bowl, and then we just immerse in it. And we stand outside and we rotate 3 or 4 times in the sun, and it gets nice and crispy, and then we feel like we're a vampire that just comes out and we're a day walker, and then all that old skin sheds and we look as good as we do. Now, if you believe that, I'll tell you another story. But no, man, honestly, once you get right with yourself and you don't do these birthday rituals and shit. I shared a story a few days ago about, there was this one blonde-headed gentleman that was doing a video talking about like the rituals, or how birthdays are rituals and how they keep your mind aging and stuff. You feel like you're getting older and shit, and everybody's singing and blowing out the candles, and it's just it's a whole mess. It's witchcraft 101 in that bitch. So I don't even like celebrate birthdays. I stopped telling myself how young I am a long time ago. And Gregorian, I always say that, the Gregorian. There's a certain calendar that's they've been manipulated time back in the day. So they're saying with the Gregorian calendar, I know I'm butchering that name up, is like they added 8 years to that. So basically you subtract 8 years from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian whatever calendar, and you subtract 8 years from what they say that you are now. So I'm 43 years young right now. So if I subtracted 8 years from that, I'll be 42, 41. I know I do it on hands. 43, 40. Damn, dog, am I that high? So I'm 43, subtract 8 years from that. 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35. So I'm 35, supposedly. All right. So that's just something good for y'all to know too. But basically, just get yourself right with the Creator, and then Creator will keep your inner child alive. If you keep your inner child alive, and you don't become like these NPC adults. Oh, I'm 30. I gotta be an adult. I gotta have no fun. I gotta get serious. And a lot of people that get serious and chase that American dream, they lose a lot of their life forces. And when they buy houses and they're signing their souls away for mortgages and all this other stuff, if you're putting your life force in the matrix shit, then you're gonna lose a lot of life forces. And it's a proven fact. But that's another time for another topic. Light talks about that too, and like maybe a month or two back, she was talking about how people that put their life forces in the matrix, that's how you're like selling your soul. You're giving pieces of your soul to this matrix, and that's how they control you, But yada yada. I love each and every one of you. We're 27 minutes in. Hopefully that resonated with y'all. A lot of people have been emailing, where you been at? What are you doing? You're on your private island? You're just being successful without us? I love people's imaginations. Yes, I was. But besides that, I wanted to tell you about some more shadow work I was doing, because shadow work never ends. So once you go through your authentic shadow work, God will show you what you need to remove and what is no longer tolerable, and what chapters you need to close in and out of your life. It's like, I'm glad he called me when I did right on this phone. I was like, all right, bet. I didn't want to do this, but you got to be honest with people. Bada bing, right? But I love you, and with God got you regardless. Even though I said I don't feel strong enough, I'm being honest. At my weakest is when God is the strongest. So if that makes sense, it does. But if not, then hopefully further along your self-development journey and your spiritual journey, this will all make sense, because everything's like an onion. There's layers to it. You may resonate with some of this. You may not resonate with none of it until years down the road. It's just like watching a movie when you're younger. And then when you watch it currently, it hits differently. You know what I mean? There's just things that you didn't see or appreciate because you didn't go through life far enough to understand what these main characters were going through. So, with that being said, again, the 4th time I attempting to end this, because I love you guys so much, I can just keep on recording. But I gotta go and get some food, and I'm gonna watch the new Mission Impossible movie. It's on my app. Some other shit's on there too. But check out Happy Gilmore. Like I said before, the Fantastic Four, the first steps, that joint was off the chain. All right, I'm very proud of Marvel. It's getting ready for the Doomsday Secret Wars. There's some other movies out there, man. Just go. Oh yeah, I'm going back. I was about to say Final Destination, the final one they did. I heard that was good too. I need to peep that out as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna catch up on some movies and all that good shit. Eat, relax, and do what I gotta do and get closer to God. And then I will see you all when I see you all next. You take cares.